Hey, what's going on YouTube? Marine X back at it again. Everything I take when I travel, at least the carry-on bag, this is a very adaptive EDC bag. Case in point, this is the Eberly stock. This is the Fade Adapt. It includes an expandable scabbard. It includes a quick release clip for a weapon. Obviously, I won't be taking a weapon on the plane with this, but we're going to talk about the features I like so far about the bag, and I'll give you a suggested loadout just in case you're thinking about traveling with a 28-liter or similarly sized bag. So last time I went traveling, I was traveling with a 35-liter bag. That was the Matador, the Globe Rider, Big Boy. But now it's time to go with a 28-liter, just a little bit smaller. What the things I do and don't like about it, we shall see. 200D when it comes to the ripstop nylon on this bag. It does have a very large main compartment. It can carry up to a 10.5-inch AR-15 with a foldable stock adapter if it has it on there. Or you can take it up to a 27-inch weapon with the foldable stock adapter if you unzip this secret scabbard at the very bottom right here, which will then allow for you to carry a very large weapon with you. So, and then if you want to, you can kind of store stuff in there, but very flat base plate. So if you pack this thing out correctly, it will stand up on its own. So I like the way that's built out. I mean, it's pretty gray man-esque. It kind of just looks like your urban EDC bag. You would never imagine someone could be rocking an AR or a shotty or something like that, a AR style pistol in this type of bag. And I think that's what's very attractive about it. So not a lot going on the outside. One thing you do have is you do have this zipper pocket, and the zipper pocket expands where you can go up and down. You can put basically whatever you want on the inside, but also on this zipper pocket, there's another pocket on the inside. It's a little bit harder to see, but that pocket, you can put whatever knickknacks, maybe your passport, your travel documents. In this case, I'm just keeping Google Pixel Buds and some chapstick in there. But if you want to keep whatever you need quick access to is pretty dope. The only thing I kind of wish was in here was a key retention ring, Eberly stock. Can we get something like that just in case you want to use this and put your keys inside? The very top of the bag in the front does have a lined pocket that allows for you to access some of your sensitive items, things that you may care a ton about right there and there. So you may want to keep whatever is important to you. In this case, I do have my sunglasses in there, but you can put whatever you want to inside of there. So that's it that's going on the outside. You do have this T-pull zipper on the very back. The purpose of this T-pull zipper is so that you can quickly access your CCW item. And this is where you have this very large, completely loop lined CCW area. And in the very back, that's where you would input your armor. So I don't have any CCW area going on with there right now. So in theory, I could use this for storage if I really wanted to. An additional laptop, as long as it's padded, maybe stick some clothes back there. That's what I like about these CCW bags, is that if you're not using it with an actual weapon, that's storage. That's just more places for you to put stuff and all of that good stuff. The very back does have kind of like this air breathing mesh on the very back. That's also, they took that same design to the actual straps themselves. I will say this is very comfortable, and it definitely lays well on your back. I won't be able to give you a full opinion about how it feels carrying a full load until after I get done with these upcoming 3 trips. But right now it's getting the job done. It does include a chest cinch, which you can unhinge or take apart and move up and down as you see fit. There is no waist strap in this. I'm actually okay with that. But if you want a bag with a waist strap, go check out my Matador 35-liter review. That includes that. Or you can try to check out some other items for Eberly stock or 511 or Vertex. This is the largest bag within their Fade series. The goal of this bag is for you to kind of fade away, not to be noticed, not to be known around you that you may have a weapon inside, which I really like the fact that this adapts and it kind of fits like that. Fading in, having the tactical look to it, but not so tactical. It brings me to today's video sponsor, which is Veer, and their A5 and their C5 watches. Just like this Eberly stock bag, these watches allow for you to still have the ability to have field type features without 100% always sticking out. I'm rocking on my wrist the C5 Tactical Field Solar Watch, which I'm a huge fan of. But if you want something a little bit more premium, you can even get yourself the A5 Tactical Field Solar Watch. Now, here's the thing. The big difference with the A5 and the C5 is the A5 uses a mechanical mechanism. It's using an automatic movement. It uses the kinetic energy of your body to recharge the mechanism and move the rotor inside and keep this thing with a reserve power. The C5 uses the sun. 6 hours of sunlight, gets you 6 months of reserve time. So which one's going to be more accurate? In all honesty, the one that's solar powered is probably going to be, because the sun gives it a charge, etc., etc. But the one that is more aesthetically pleasing for me personally is the A5, mainly because you can see the inside, you can see the rotor, you can see the components of this watch, and that's why I like it so much. No matter which one you choose, you do get 2 watch straps upon checkout. It depends on what you want to get. If you want to get a nylon, if you want to upgrade and get yourself a tropical strap, it is really going to be dependent on you. You can see what I mean here by being able to see the back of one and not being able to see the back of the other. These are the sweet spot, I believe, when it comes to a watch. 40 millimeters. I got about a 7.5-inch wrist, and I think it works for me personally. I'm a big fan of things that are 36 to 40 millimeters. I've taken this thing on a trip recently. I took this to Galveston, specifically the A5 model. And these things are guaranteed waterproof. You get a 2-year warranty for waterproof guarantee. I took it into the ocean. Not deep in the ocean, only went about 3 meters in depth overall. But the fact is, I can take this to the beach, to the hotel room, to the boardwalk, and then to a cheerleading event, and it blends in just fine. But I also can take this to an office environment, and it works for those as well. It just seems to always fit the bill no matter what's going on. Use the code on the screen or the link down below to get 10% off either one of these watches or any other watch that's eligible on Bear's website. And shout out to Bear for sponsoring today's video. I like the way these kind of go together, okay? I 100%, because you guys know I'm not a big fan of smartwatches, I could see why these could be easily coupled and paired together if you're trying to find an entire gray man look, what could work for you. This has a full clamshell opening, but it does have some safety straps for a couple of reasons. One, it kind of keeps this thing compressed. So once you load this up, you can compress these down more to make the bag more streamlined. But 2, if you don't disengage the straps, then that way you can just peek inside the bag, which is great. So if you just want to peek inside the bag and not totally open it up, then you just leave the straps buckled, and then you can access it while you're sitting at an airport. It's sitting between your legs or whatever that works out for you. Another thing I like about the bag so far is it does have grab handles on the side. Both sides have grab handles. So if you need to move this bag around, it's going to be able to easy to grab that easily. And you have a grab handle at the top. Now here's a complaint. These grab handles should be padded, and they should give me a little bit more leverage, just a little bit more. Okay. And I hate that I'm directly comparing to a bag I just recently carried, but the Matador bag I had has these same type of grab handles. They're located more in the middle. I think this is for ergonomics, why you put it here. And give me one on the bottom, okay? Give me one like right here. So if I'm picking the bag up off the ground upside down, who cares? If I'm trying to quickly get off of a bus, a Greyhound bus, or grab my stuff off of a conveyor belt at baggage claim, sometimes you're just grabbing your bag however the hell you can get it. So one on the bottom would be nice as well. But, you know, just kind of keeping it real there. So one thing is, if you want to just access a side pocket of the bag and not completely go inside, all you have to do, disengage these clips. And then from there, you're able to actually take the zipper and zip down. Now you can access the inside of the bag just from the side. So you can get my headphones out. I can get the water bottle out, whatever. I don't know why you would access it like this. I guess if you don't want to fully open it up, I guess that might make a little sense. I will give you more like why you might want to do that when I go on this upcoming trip. But let's fully open this bad boy up just to kind of show you how you might want to load this out. So you have the clips on this side as well. You unclip those. That brings you to the fully exposed inside of this. So as you can see, full clamshell opening, full just like get inside of their opening for this bag. I like the way this is outfitted. Now, the entire inside of the bag, just like the CCW compartment, is loop lined. So if you want to customize this to your heart's desire, that's what this bag is for. If you want forced organization, this bag is not for you. It doesn't come with slip pockets. There's no zipper pockets. There's no this, there's no that. There's very few forced organization in this bag. I like that, but if you need a little bit more hand holding, this is not going to be for you. As you can see, I do have a laptop insert in here. It does accommodate a 17-inch laptop already at the very top, but I also added a laptop holder so I can hold my iPad. In the inside, you have 2 water bottle holders or whatever gear you might want to put. So over here, I do have a water bottle, but over here, I have a speaker. For me, what normally happens is when I get to my hotel, I like to plop down a speaker, be able to listen to whatever talk radio or tunes I have going on. For any type of organization that you may or may not want to do, it kind of works really, really well with this bag. So one thing I will say is just kind of going over the basics of how I have it loaded out. This may not work for you specifically, but this may give you an idea of how the heck would you buy a completely looped line bag and use it as you see fit. So this very front section here, I do have a laptop holder by Brown Buffalo. This can accommodate up to I think a 15-inch laptop. Right now, I just have my iPad Pro inside of here because I actually put my laptop in the laptop sleeve of the bag. But that fits in there. If I had an additional laptop, like my work laptop, I might decide to put it in there. This has a nice little holder, so if you do flip this bag upside down, the iPad won't go flopping out. That brings me to the point of the laptop part. This is where I put my MacBook Pro, but as mentioned, if I wanted to flip the bag upside down, it would be nice to have a little bit of a holder right here to keep the laptop from moving around too much. But you can buy those on Amazon, but that would be a nice feature to have as well. Without specifically diving too deep into this compartment, because these are just accessories I decided to purchase. This is a accessory from eBay stock, which is just one of their admin panels that you can get and suit out as you see fit. Everything I have in here right now is TSA compliant, so I can take these onto the plane. So there are no knives in here, stuff like that, no multi-tools or whatever. So the only thing I probably have an issue with is the cigar cutter, but I normally am able to get that through TSA with no issues. So that's how this is outfitted out. As mentioned, it can do a 17-inch laptop. You see my 14-inch is not even poking at the top. So that just shows you how much more room is available at the very top up there. Flipping this around just to show you how I have the lid portion of the bag done up. Some accessories that come from eBay stock that kind of work out for me. This one is the fade blocker. Now the fade blocker is normally where I keep my passport, any important receipts or whatever that I might need, and it doubles as a Faraday bag. So right now I don't need the Faraday features of the bag, so it does unravel and you can keep stuff inside. But if I needed to, I could, I keep receipts in here because I do have to itinerize my, I do have to provide receipts for my trips. So that makes life easy to keep those here. eBay stocks little Molly panels here. I have a TSA lock, so I can lock some of these zippers if I can kind of figure it out, rig it up and lock those if I need to. And then I also keep, this is where I keep my keys, because once I'm out of town, once I'm on my trip, then I don't need my keys to my house because I'm nowhere near my house, but I don't want to lose them. So I normally keep these on the inside of a bag or whatever. Then it has just loop panel, whatever you may, decorations you may want to put on there. Another little bag from eBay stock. This allows for me to have some more organization, stuff in there like cords, battery banks, SSDs, plugs. Once I get to the hotel room, I need to be able to plug up and charge my devices. So that's what this compiles of, just a bunch of random stuff that I may need once I get to my hotel room. And then this is the inside of that padded area. So this thing does cost around $269 MSRP. There's normally some type of sale going on or some type of discount. If I see either one of those, I will link it up down below. But what do you think in regards to the pricing, X? What would you say, like, does this feel worth it off rip? Off rip, it feels worth it. Think about its competitors. We're talking about a bag that can carry a full-size AR-15, a smaller AR-10, AR platform style pistols in a gray man type of outfit. This pricing is competitive with Vertex. It's competitive with 511. It's competitive with other series within the Eberly stock lineup. So it's hard to compare this with just any 28 liter bag because those bags are not designed for you to pull out a AR and defend yourself or to defend others. If you don't need that feature, this bag might not be for you unless you just want the extra storage or in the future you think you may need that feature. Don't buy a bag for what you think you may do in the future. Buy a bag for what you need it to do now. Eberly stock Fade Adapt. This Fade series the Eberly stock is banging out, it's very, very interesting. They have just a very cohesive lineup when it comes to their Fade series, and I'm really liking the way that it's going. Comment down below, what do you think of the Eberly stock Fade Adapt? Is it too adaptive? Do you need a little bit more force organization? I know we like hand holding sometimes. Let me lay down the red tape and guide you to another bag because this one might not be for you. Eberly stock did not pay me to do this video. They didn't even know I was doing the video. I know I've disclosed this towards the end, but it just popped into my head. If you like this, put smash or S. Put P for pass. If this is your first time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. Shout out to Vera for sponsoring today's video once again. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.